Good morning, and today we will be talking about the adaptations of the platypus. My name is Jillian Majorano. I am a student of UMass Lowell and the evolution course. Introduction to the platypus. The platypus is among nature's most unlikely animals. In fact, the first scientists to examine the specimen believed that they were victims of the hoax. My daughter actually helped me to choose this animal for this project because she thought it was the Frankenstein of the animal world. It's best described as a hodgepodge of more familiar species like the duck, the beaver, and the otter. Males are also venomous. They have sharp stingers on the heels of their rear feet and can use them to deliver a strong toxic blow to any foe. The platypus is a highly unusual animal for a number of reasons. It is one of only 2 mammals to lay eggs. It is one of only 2 species of mammals capable of envenomating, and it has a beak. It is highly adapted in a number of other ways too, and is a truly strange product of its environment. A behavioral adaptation for the platypus is the fact that it sweeps its bill underwater from side to side 2 to 3 times a second, sifting its way through the riverbed and picking up electrical impulses. Structural adaptations. The platypus is well adapted for semi-aquatic life, streamlined body and broad, flat tail covered with dense waterproof fur. The bill is a major adaptation for the platypus and is used as a tool for both locating and mechanically digesting its food. Touch and electroreceptors on the bill enable the platypus to navigate the river without the use of its eyes or ears. Another structural adaptation would be the poison spur of the male. In contrast to its lack of evolution on the egg-laying front, platypus are highly evolved in other areas. Male platypods have a spur on each foot from which they can deliver a venomous sting. This capacity to deliver poison is extremely rare for mammals. Shrews are capable of doing it too, but the platypus is the only creature on Earth to have a venomous spur. The duckbill is one of the most distinguishing features on the platypus. This feature enables the platypus to hear and breathe while diving for prey. It's remarkably similar to a duck's bill, hence the name, but it most likely evolved independently of the duck, despite their similarities. Strong claws. As well as being good swimmers, platypods are good diggers. They have adapted to have strong shovel-like claws that enable them to move and disturb thick, heavy soil and mud. They dig in order to burrow. This is especially important for females who use a nesting burrow for raising their young. The platypus's tail is fat and flat. Its flatness assists with swimming, functioning almost like a rudder, but the tail is also a fat store. Again, this adaptation is especially important for females who require stores of fat for nesting in their burrow. However, males store fat as well for periods when they are unable to find food. Webbed feet. Platypus have evolved to have webbed feet. The webs enable them to swim more efficiently and move around on soft, muddy surfaces with ease. The front feet are fully webbed, while the hind feet are only partially webbed. Some of the physiological adaptations are the platypus that has reduced blood flow to parts of its body in cold weather. This keeps the vital internal organs intact. Another physiological characteristic for the platypus is its oxygen-rich blood. An increased amount of hemoglobin and red blood cells enable the platypus to remain underwater for extended periods of time, up to 14 minutes. The flat furry tail on the platypus serves 2 main purposes. It acts as a stabilizing and steering rudder underneath the water, but it also stores fat. When food is scarce, that fat store supplies the necessary energy for a certain time period. If it did not have that tail that stores fat for the winter, it would not survive the winter. The platypus's kidney has also adapted to dispose of water rapidly, as there is no water shortage in the platypus's freshwater environment. However, it retains and absorbs salts with great efficiency to compensate for the lack of salt in its freshwater habitat. This salt is then used in various bodily processes. Thanks for watching. This particular platypus has developed adaptations for becoming a secret agent.